Hello, it feels a potent energy today and one of transition and moving forward that you may feel that you've left something behind or that you've been asked to, and perhaps something that's familiar and seeing structures and routines and the collapse of something. Let me know if this is resonating for you, that you've entered even more into a dance with the divine in following the universe and following the signals, the signs, in seeing what lights you up, what gives you that sacral response, what gives you that pleasure and satisfaction, even being more in that energy in your own body and following it, following the inspiration that comes to and through you and from you, observing what comes into your reality and your response to it. If it's giving you a sacral, yes, this is for me, I'm lit up, I'm in my aliveness, I'm in my joy, this is for me, I'm going this way, even if it makes no sense. Even if it feels overwhelming that I have so many steps to take, I can see the full bigger picture. This is for me, and seeing other things that come into your reality that may be safety, that may be some sense of stability or certainty, that you know the outcome or you know the way, and it gives you something that you're perhaps familiar with or you're used to or you have already done before, yet you're called into more creative expression and more of a cosmic dance with the divine, with your divinity, with the channeled messages coming to and through you, working with that energy that you're receiving. You may feel more receptive right now and driving yourself forward from the inside out in inner leadership. And I find it quite funny based on some things that have shown up in my reality today in certain circumstances and where someone wanted to avail of a service of mine and I was setting some things up and it didn't quite work out and I instantly was celebrating like, yes, perfect, that's not supposed to happen. And it opened up, I was seeing 2 to 3 hours later, it opened up the energetic space for what was coming through in the now, what was meeting me and what was asking for my attention. So that shift from what's familiar and what's known into even more of the unknown and following the unfolding and following the now moment and following what is giving you new creative expression, new downloads, new information, new actions, or stretches you somehow so that you're truly in that creative power and cosmic dance. Does this resonate with you? And even last night in my book, I'd open it to chapter 17, which is embodying next levels. And that's what it talks about and how it's even more important when you go to new levels and you're elevating even more to ramp up your self-care, your spiritual practices, your energetic hygiene, to discern even more and to be in harmony within your own energy, to be following your pleasure, your satisfaction, while also allowing the discomfort of that stretch into the new, being aligned with it and feeling accepting of it and embracing it in how it's driving you into a new version of you that asks or demands more of you because you're merging with your future self who is living something that is more expansive than current you. And therefore, that calls you up in new ways, whether it is being more vulnerable and authentic, whether it's surrendering to softness, whether it's allowing yourself more ease and flow in your body so you're not in resistance, or whether it's meeting the resistance and it's pushing through something because you know you have even more power within you, that you can do the things that may make you feel afraid, that you can turn that into excitement, you can turn that into wonder, you can turn that into play, you can turn that into curiosity. I wonder what's on the other side of this. I wonder how this is unfolding. I'm simply taking the next step, and Spirit is guiding me. I'm divinely safe, protected, adored. It's all working out for me anyway. It's all done anyway. Creation is finished anyway. I'm simply aligning. I'm just taking the next step to what has already been realized and materialized. And I'm so grateful, even connecting to gratitude for that. Let me know if this resonates with you. That what I'm drawn to from the book today is a message of anchoring in your why, the soul of expansion. So as opportunities grow and your responsibilities may increase, distractions can multiply. The best way to stay aligned is to reaffirm your why, your mission, your vision, and your impact, and have that be at the center of everything, calling power back to you and calling power back to what is channeled and expressed from you, calling power back to what you know lights you up and gives you aliveness and enthusiasm and joy and is creating powerful transformation for others, simply makes you feel that you're in your enthusiasm, that you're lit up in energy, that you know it's a full sensory experience in your body. It's a sacral fire, yes, that you're turned on by it, you're ignited by it. It's undeniable, inevitable, and certain. And on the soul's evolutionary journey, you can have different missions. It's not necessarily just one. You may feel pivoted. You may feel you're transitioning into a new expression of your soul, into a new way that you show up in visibility, a new way that you share your services, a new way that you are being the frequency more, rather than having to explain or prove anything, that you're simply being the energy and magnetizing and drawing more to you and responding through that response, observing what is giving you a sense of excitement, aliveness, enthusiasm, play, creativity, and joy that you feel is undeniable, that you want to go that way, even if you can't see beyond it. So ask yourself these questions and reflect, being radically honest with yourself in vulnerability and intimacy with yourself. What fuels me? What is my core mission? Who am I here to serve? Write down your guiding values and review them often to ensure that you're expanding in alignment with your specific tree. When any challenges may arise, reconnect with the feeling of why you started on this path or journey in this spiritual evolution to begin with. This is your North Star, and that anchors you into certainty. Because remembering that energy in your heart, in your being, in your body, that is your why, that's your certainty. It's lived in your body, that is the embodiment. And when you know, you can't unknow. When you see, you can't unsee. And you simply keep following the way. Self-care is the foundation of sustainable growth. So you need to increase your self-care rather than decreasing it if you're going to new levels. More responsibilities or showing up even more means that you need even more time to rest, to recharge, to nourish your mind, body, and spirit, to follow the wisdom of your body and your inner guidance over better distraction or noise. You need to prioritize deep replenishment, connect with breathwork practices, ground and anchor in power into your being, schedule, make time for play, fun, and joy, even doing a happy dance as you're moving on something that may stretch you, that may take you into a new discomfort zone that brings you into more of your greatness. Remember the turtle vision of longevity. The more you nurture yourself and your own energy, the more powerfully you can sustain your energy and your vision, and that you can add to it and show up for it. But you can't run on empty, and you may feel called to recharge at this time. Be honest and intimate with yourself in a sense of caring for you so you can really direct powerful, potent energy, doing less, being more, and achieving greater results. If you'd like more on that chapter and more, get a copy of my book. There's a link in the description box below. Evolving in Embodiment. In tarot cards today, we had the Ace of Pentacles reverse, which is talking about transcending energies of lack, scarcity, particularly as it pertains to finances. And this is following on from the previous video and talking about your relationship and dialogue with money and seeing how if some cycles are closing out, to know that we live in abundance. Abundance is your natural state. There are infinite possibilities, that you're not limited to anything, to one specific choice or option, that there is plenty more available and accessible to you. And therefore you can turn this around. And I was guided to Green Ray invocation, which I can do with you to support you in anchoring and feeling and embodying that state of abundance in your being. Angel cards are vulnerability and understanding. Only the brave and open-hearted dare to allow themselves to be vulnerable. It requires courage to take down all walls and expose your humanness. Your angel guidance is to become aware of your defense mechanisms, which keep you separate from others in the divine. Ask your angels to help you dissolve your masks and barriers so that your fragile true self can emerge like a butterfly from its cocoon. The reward is freedom, love, and a sense of inner safety. Dare to be vulnerable and open and true to yourself as you are. The affirmation is vulnerability is my strength. and understanding. Your angel guidance is to examine yourself and current situation in depth, so you have a clear awareness of the underlying reasons for your challenges and situations, if this pertains to finances or lack or scarcity or that kind of program, to see that it's an illusion, to see that you can create and generate more abundance for yourself in your being and in your aligned actions, through sharing your soul gifts, through sharing your voice, through being more visible, through breaking through any fear of that, and seeing that not having something is simply an illusion, that you feel into being and having everything in wholeness. Acquaint yourself with facts about situations and attitudes before you take decisions. Self-awareness is a necessary foundation on which to build strong relationships, friendships, and work. Understanding your personality is a basis for understanding your spiritual self and your mission on earth. That you are beyond your personality as a multi-dimensional being. And sometimes it's being too attached to or over-identifying with a certain aspect of our personality can keep us too heavily anchored in a limited view or perception, a belief that is not serving us anymore, that can hold us back. So the affirmation guides you to I seek an understanding of myself and my life. And if you can expand into abundance, you can turn this situation around and feel the flow of prosperity, feel more prosperous in your own way, that you nurture your energy and take care of and love and value yourself, and see that reflected back to you. You may feel called to say no to what you feel is not pouring value into you, that is not equal in value, that is not reciprocal, that you want to be pouring into in cooperation, relationships and connections where there is give and take and where you feel respected and appreciated and valued. And it is the feeling state that you have. If you feel respected, you feel valued, you feel appreciated, and how you can align with that. And it's far easier for us to show up in loyalty and action when taking steps to meet those requirements in exchange or in relational dynamics where we feel that we are appreciated and valued and respected and poured into. So if you're moving away from something that you feel is not reflecting that, to understand that that's actually activating a next level in you, because you're declaring and commanding to the universe, I value myself more. I'm worthy and deserving of more. I say no to less and what's settling, because I know my worth and my value. And I know that as I say no to this and I detox and declutter, I create space for what is more expansive and spaciousness, with spaciousness, and meets me at my new level declaration of value, of worth, of reciprocity, and that it feels easier and flows and is more harmonious. So that energy of Six of Swords has come up in moving out of choppy waters or the struggle into greater stillness and calm and clarity, and knowing that you are transitioning into a time and period of greater thriving and ease, that financially you are supported, that resources are coming in, that you're activated and accessing that frequency of abundance and prosperity, knowing it simply is, it already is done, it's already here. You know you're on your way. So you're remaining calm in any of these situations, as you know it's simply done on the horizon. So you can be grateful for moving towards it as it moves towards you. What you want wants you even more. That is your magnetism. I'd like you to breathe into your belly here now and open your hands out if you'd like to be receptive, to get into a receptive state as I call out this invocation to the green ray, to embrace, to welcome in the energy of Archangel Raphael, of green healing light, of unconditional love, of more love in the heart, of greater love for yourself, of your own energy, your life force, your mission, your vision, your simple existence, knowing that it is incredibly valuable, and accessing that abundance within you. I call upon the element of the emerald green ray to pour your abundance through my body. I call upon the element of the emerald green ray to connect me with my divine flow. As is above, so is below. I call upon the green ray to strengthen the opening of my heart completely. I call upon the emerald ray to assist my creation of abundance. As is above, so is below. All is love, all is flow. And to be receptive to that loving energy coming down through your channel, through your hands, connecting into your heart center, activating your heart center, feeling the vortex of energy spinning and turning around your heart, removing and reading out any pain, any obstacles, any stagnancy or stuckness, any energetic blockages, and expanding as you breathe in, the heart chakra opening wider and spinning and turning and rotating, and feeling that green healing ray circulate and pulsate through you, filling up your entire being, your channel, feeling flooded with that green light and energy through your whole body, and returning to the remembrance of I know who I am, I remember who I am. I know who I am, I remember who I am. I know who I am, I remember who I am. Abundance is my true state. Prosperity is available to me here and now. Financial flow flows to me freely and easily, right here, right now. If you'd like to say it, I love many and many loves me. Abundance is my true state. I claim it, I receive it. I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I align with my highest timeline and greatest joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Inviting you to say that when it's out. And keep breathing in that energy into your being. Feel it settle down through you. Let me know if this message has resonated for you today. If you're feeling that shift into abundance and believing in yourself more and feeling that co-creation with the universe and how your creativity is going to a whole next level. You're transitioning on your soul path into greater expansion, and that does require you to take extra good care of you. You're worthy and deserving. Lots of love. See you in the next one. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing.